Hello students, how are you? Now we are going to study the third chapter, Discovering Tut. The saga continues, written by A.R. Williams. The story is about mummies, Egyptians' mummies. Egyptian kings were kept in a pyramid called mummies. Okay, so they lived in 1343 BC to 1325 BC, and this tomb was discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter in the year 1922. Near his tomb was discovered in a valley of King and in the near river Nile by Britishers. Okay, so this was the story. Now it was very interesting story about the King Tut who died in a very early age, and the archaeologists want to know what happened to that king who died in a very early age. Okay, now about the lesson. Now what we are going to study in this is Discovering Tut. The saga continues. Provides a deep insight into man's keen desire to know and analyze the root of civilization. The passage transports us to Egypt, the land of pyramids and ancient civilization. The mummies which lie buried in those wonders of the world had startling fact to reveal about human life thousands of years ago. The discovery of Tut's tomb in 1922 inspired many archaeological researchers to speculate about what happened to him as he died an early and untimely death, the last year of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for years. Died when he was just a teenager. His body was laid to rest with gold and eventually forgotten. The lesson analyzed advanced studies made one of clues of his death through CT scan, which offer new clues about his life and death by providing precise data for an accurate forensics reconstructions. Okay, so this was discovery done in 1922 to know that what happened to that Tut who died very early, and he was the leading empire in Egypt. Okay, so the researchers, archaeologists want to know about it, what happened to that Tut. It was very interesting chapter, students. You will like. I thought you will. Now story begins, students. Rediscovering Tut after 3,300 years. Yani rediscovering what happened to the Tut. So they are going to rediscover it. So from 5th of January they have started 2002. They started this mission. Okay. King Tut, the mummy, leaves his cemetery to be CT scan. Ominous atmosphere with dark sky and ghostly clouds. A reflection of a mysterious happening 3,300 years ago. Throughout the day, tourists visit the 26 feet underground tomb, traveling at the wall mural in the mural chamber and Tut face golden in glittering gold. Some reflect on the Parahorse curse visiting those who disturbed his internal sleep. The atmosphere and everything was very unpleasant on that day. The cloud were also very ghosty clouds, dark skies are there, and the people are also very scared because of they believe that after 3,300 years ago we are going to take out. So nature is also not giving permission, so all the natural things are not working properly. Okay, they believe that internal sleep was being disturbed. Okay, now the point 2, Howard Carter work on Tut's mummies. Okay, now Harvard students are working on this. View of Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt Council of Antiques. The Tut's mummy is very bad condition because of Howard Carter, a British archaeologist who discovered Tut tomb in 1922. The tomb, thought Rensken earlier, had its content still intact. Tomb contained what is there in the tomb they are now describing. Tomb contained jewelry, pieces in glittering gold, allowing with article of everyday use like wine, clothing, board games, etc. A shroud covered with garlands of spring's seasons, plants and flower like willow, oval leaves, wild celery, lotus petals and cornflower indicates a burial in the month of March or April. Means these they have guessed that these all leaves were found in the month of March to April. So maybe the Tut was dead in that month only. Okay. Carter kept Tut mummy cemented to its gold coffin out in the blazing desert sun, heating into 149 degrees F without a will. Finally, Carter breathed the mummy to separate it from the gold base. He also separated mummy's head and every major joint to remove the adornment and reassembled the remain in a wooden box to conceal the damage. Now they are going to take all the things from him to see what happened to him, because he was covered with all the expensive jewelries. Okay, now what happened? Now again, Howard Carter defined his action by saying that had he not cut the mummy free, thieves would have outwitted the guards and removed the golden adornments. So they thought that we have to do this in a speedy manner, otherwise some thieves can come and take out this all things. Okay, now moving to the next point, archaeology and its progressive changes. Now what happened to archaeology? Earlier, a scientific study of human acquaintance. Now an investigative scientific study of human acquaintance change less focus on treasure and more focus on mystery of life and death. Now their focus has been changed, not about their ornaments and everything. They have changed antiques, means what antiques they are putting in the mummies or tomb. Now their focus has been changed to what happened to that. Now less focus on treasure or more focus on mystery of the life and death, and also use more sophisticated tools and medical technology, because it was destroyed, it was so many years ago, so they have to be patiently and calmly, they have to work on that mummy. Example of modern archaeology: Tut's body x-rayed in 1968 by an anatomy professor. Startling revelation beneath the ritual resin that covered his chest. Tut, breastbone and front rib missing. Now they come to know by the X-ray in 1968 what happened to the Tut, why he died so early. So they got the answer that the Tut was dead because he doesn't have a breastbone and a rib missing inside. Another tool of modern archaeology: CT scan or a computed tomography, in which hundreds of X-ray in cross section arrange like bread slice or create a three-dimensional virtual body. The technique is also called diagnostic imaging. Now to prove that, or to give a more to that, so they have taken thousands of cities X-rays to that, and to confirm that that is the true what happened to him, they have taken a single thousands of X-rays to that, and they and new techniques on many dimensions, they created three-dimensional virtual body. The technique is also called diagnostic imaging. So now they have come to know with the X-ray machine. Now moving ahead with Tut's lineage and rules. Now Tut's demises a death knell for his dynasty. Tut's grandfather Amenhotep III ruled 18th dynasty for 40 years. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded his and brought far-reaching changes. Discouraged the worship of Enum. Enum means a god, one type of god that they were worshipped, a major god, and destroy his images, idols and temples. The fourth Tut was not too much god following, so he destroyed the god destroyed all the images, idols and temples from his dynasty. Appointed son as a regent deity and promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. Also changed his name to Ekhaltun. Moved the religious capital from Thebe to Ekhaltun, now known as Emra. He changed mostly all the worship and the capitals also, and he changed so many names also. The fourth Tut. Now moving ahead, reflecting on the above events, Ray Johnson, director of University of Chicago Research Center in Lurex, referred to that period as a horrific time, with an Eccleton going to Little VC. After Eccleton's death, a mysterious rule, Simakhar, ruled for a brief period, means another rule for some little period. Finally, a young Tutankhaten scanned assigned the throne. He changed his name to Tutankhamen and oversaw a restoration of the old religious way and regained deity. Amun. Yani that Tutankhamen has again done the all gold the worship that the fourth and Tut has changed. Then he again restored all these things. Okay, Tut ruled for 9 years and died unexpectedly. That Tutankhamen ruled only for 9 years and died unexpectedly. Okay. Now moving ahead with the last point, Egyptian mummy project. Now they are CT scanning and searching what happened to that Tut, and they are taking so much keen observation to that. Now they are having the results. Now they are scanning. Okay, being an inventory in 2003, sorry, and recorded 600 mummies so far, scanning the mummies with a portable CT scan machine donated by National Geographic Society and Simon Tut. The first mummy scan, the King Tut, ahead of his countrymen in death as in life. The Tut's mummy scanned on 5th of January 2005 in less than 3 hours. A minor scan during scan a desert sand entered the cooler fan. Tut scan head to toe, resulting in 1,700 digital X-ray image in cross section. Head scan in 0.62 mm slices. Result of scan studies and debated upon by specialists in radiology, forensic and anatomy. Zahi Hawass expressed satisfaction and relief after the successful completion of the scanning procedure. Tut rests in peace in his tomb, guarded by Osiris, the god of afterlife. After that, the scanning and everything is happened. The Professor Zahi Hawass has very satisfied that the mission of what happened, research that they have started was accomplished properly, and they have kept the mummies in tomb in a properly manner, the god of afterlife. Okay, so this was the chapter where it was the real chapter, and in the test book they have given you the scanning mark. If you want to see the chapter, you want to read in detail, you can go through and read the detailing part of that chapter. If you have any doubt, students, please inbox me and try to solve your queries. Okay, so this was the chapter Discovering Tut. Saga continues, written by Williams. Okay, and this may be going to ask for the exam, their second unit test, to be prepared. Okay, goodbye children.